Hey, Scott Sambucci here over at Sales Qualia, and it's time for another lesson from the trail. So lots of you who have watched my videos, followed my stuff, you know that about two months ago, it's been 2 months, I can't believe it's been that long. 2 months ago, I ran an ultramarathon called the Tahoe 200. And the thing that I've realized over the past week is a really simple lesson that we've all heard before, but it's one that we need to hear over and over again. And that is, the past is the past, and it's time to move on to the future. Let me explain. So for the last 7-8 weeks or so, I've been rightfully so celebrating and sort of basking in my personal glory of finishing this race. And there gets to be a point where you've got to transition out of what you've done to the point of what you're going to do. And so this past weekend, I had the opportunity to sign up for two new races, 2 100-mile races, one in February and one next June. So I've got one race coming up in 3 months and another race coming up in about 8 months, right? And so it was a really important lesson for me over the last week or so, because I've been, obviously for good reason, celebrating and enjoying the fact that I've had this one accomplishment. But even like my friends around me have said, like, man, that was really cool. What's next? People are asking what's next. So there comes a time where you absolutely have to take that time to celebrate. You have to take the time to rejoice in your accomplishments. But then there's that moment, there's that time where you say, okay, that's the past, time to work on what's next. And so it's just something very simple as that. Is I think too often, right, we can get in a situation where we get lulled into this sense of completion, a sense of finality. And we feel like, man, we just launched that new product line. We just landed that new customer. We just really killed it at that conference. And I think that's important to take a moment and celebrate and say, man, we did really well. And then after that celebration is over, then huddle up with your team and say, okay, what's next? And start planning for the future, because the past is over. The past is done. And it's time to keep moving forward to that next new thing. So really simple lesson, celebrate for sure. And then start thinking about what's next and start moving forward, because what's forward is the next new thing. That's it. That's my lesson from the trail. Scott Sambucci signing off.